Hello, everyone. Welcome back to another week and another ep. This time, we bring you Ash and Blood, episode 15. Now, the last time we saw these beautiful faces, or at least most of them, they learned a little bit of affirming information, especially to the Nameless One. Some of his doubts, some of his ideas about the inner workings of the Ashlands were potentially reaffirmed, um, although in my control, he did not fully agree with everything from Izana's point of view. However, it was enough to raise a few eyebrows in the group as to what the best course of action would be from here. Unfortunately, that kind of conversation was unable to come to fruition because the door to the establishment closed on the group as a gaggle of 12 beings surrounded them. And as they took steps towards the group, an all out fight broke out, but didn't last very long. 12 arrows shot out from the bow of the smiling man, Olam. Oh, with the freaking glasses mask. I love it. Unfortunately, some magic of the revivification nature was cast on beings who have power over life and death, and that was just enough to push them over onto the life side, and the second phase of the battle ensued. Luckily for this group, not much damage was taken, and the rest of these beings, these people, were dealt with very swiftly and somewhat violently from Izana and his disgusting scythe that he pulled, ripped from his own body, absorbed the bodies of three individuals, and returned back into himself. Once these remaining corpses were dealt with, the party potentially would have begun to think of what to do next. But luckily, one of them, Basilar, stepped outside to speak to the youngest of the group, an NPC known as Bibi, a little 8-year-old girl with high hopes. As he went to comfort her, he saw not only that others matching the description of those that they had just killed were around the surrounding area, but they were being accompanied by some armored individuals, potentially guards. Quick thinking, Izana took off in the opposite direction after taunting one of the guards, leaving the group to decide what to do from there. And so we will resume right back in front of the perfect place, a great meeting spot for those of a specific gray colored title. Let's go to the Nameless One, and have a bit of a pause as we will roll to see what kind of experience the Nameless One has gotten from his absence. Using a little move we like to call I'm Back.
I feel like that's a Zigor move. I'm back.
Nameless One, I will give you a few options. You can roll plus strength because you had fought. You can roll plus int from learning some knowledge. Here it says ancient knowledge. The knowledge is related to some ancient concepts and events. So I'll give you that. That's plus int. Or plus charisma for learning about a culture. So when you explain your absence from the last session, say what happened. We know what happened because your character was still in the scene. And roll either plus strength, plus int, or plus charisma.
Interesting. Well, charisma is terrible, so I'm not picking that. Int's okay at 1, but strength is good at 2.
Yo.
Which brings me, I rolled a 9 to 11.
Woo-hoo! So
Very nice.
on your next roll, you will get a +1. That's +1 forward, not +1 ongoing. And you gain 1 experience from this, and 1 experience from your alignment check at the end of last session. So
Sweet.
2 experience, and your next roll gets a +1.
All right.
And let's keep that camera on you right now. You see one guard take off towards your direction, but looking at Izana. You believe now, like you're in kind of like a city area, so it's not an open landscape that you can see everything that's in front of you. But he's taking the path that's in front of him that happens to be going towards you. But he seems very much interested in turning at the first opportunity to go after Izana, who took off to the right. Like I said, this is a city area, so because you don't see any other guards, you know necessarily doesn't mean that there are none. There just aren't any who exited from wherever this one came from. But you do hear some commotion.
Okay. I mean, I'd like to try and guide us into like the alleyway to get away from or get out of the route of guards. Come on, everyone. Just like kind of speaking hushed. Come on, everyone.
Yeah, I think we're heading towards that tree. If we can. You know, the tree with like the portal to like Bothos and Kisasi.
Are we leaving?
Well, BB wants to go home.
BB, you want to crow home?
Yeah.
Let us be quick about it.
Oh.
I kind of just give her a look. Can I, as we go into it, what's wrong with her?
Yeah, sure.
The death and destruction and horrific scenes.
No, that's all good. I want to know what's wrong.
Well, go ahead. I think before you have the opportunity to do that, there is still some like commotion that you hear. The sounds are muffled from being behind buildings, and there are crowds around. Not huge crowds, but just groups of people. So I will ask you to either forego rolling Defy Danger and not caring, or putting the situation at hand first, trying to get yourself somewhere where you think is far enough from whoever might be following you to then take a moment to take in what's happening with BB.
I'm gonna forego Defying Danger. I think that the Nameless One just kneels down, puts the staff down, and just goes, "Child, what is wrong with you? What are you thinking?"
She like looks down at her feet for a few moments. Do the rest of you seeing this stop as well, or do you let them have a moment and you keep going?
I think
I think I'd let them have a moment and try and like take in what's going on. We're still like bloody and stuff, huh? Like,
Yeah, no healing has happened.
I think
yeah.
my front half is red.
yeah, like our clothes and shit. We still look terrible.
Do you like physically stop like in place?
I stop in place with BP. Yeah.
Okay. I'll like look around and like peer, keep an eye out around.
Yeah, how far are the guards?
At this point, you don't know. It could be coming out of
down
any
the side
building
street
around.
and just stop.
They could like pop out at the end of the side street, be like, "Hey, there they are."
Oh,
You're not sure.
yeah, I'll keep an eye out, and I will have my sword at the ready.
Okay.
I would send Chumba out, but I feel like he'd be stuffed, and I'm just like carrying him. Yeah. Don't worry, little guy. You'll digest somewhere safe.
You feel as you have like that moment of acknowledging his state, you feel as though you could potentially dismiss him, which like feels weird from your memories. But then again, like he's been doing some things that you don't remember him doing, namely like changing sizes from a small creature to a large creature. But you feel like a little, a little like a door open that you could push at any whim or close. But I won't force you to do anything.
Like magically dismiss him, or just like
Yeah, you would recognize it as magic in nature.
No, I don't think I would at this moment. I think I'd be holding him. He's so cute. Never get to hold him like this.
Over him. Izana, or not Izana, sorry. Nameless one. Go ahead and roll to discern realities. Or if you wish to use one of your own moves in its place.
Hold on, I'm just looking. Yeah, I have something that I can use maybe after, but I will discern realities first.
Sounds good.
Right. So that's a plus
Discerning
2.
realities.
Come on. Roll like a 6.
Wants the experience.
No! That's snake eyes.
Oh.
The worst possible roll. I need my dice tower.
Oh. Or the best possible roll.
Yeah, mark experience. You're one step closer, leveling up.
I don't want to level up. I want to have BB as a party member.
Well, you do have a +1 on this roll. I don't know if it affects anything.
I have a +2 on this roll. Oh,
Or
and
you
if I
have an additional-
right, you were right. It's forward, so that's 3. So that's a 5.
Okay. Damn, so close. So what were your words to her?
I said, yeah, I said, child, what is wrong with you? What is on your mind?
Again, she looks down and takes a few moments to think. I was just being stupid. I shouldn't have left home. Just a kid. She like refuses to kind of like look at you, and is like fighting back, just crying.
Come now. You have so much power, magic that's meant to change the world, that's meant to put you in a position of leadership.
But those guys were supposed to protect us.
Well, BB, the world is a complicated place. You would turn away? You would turn a blind eye to what ails this kingdom? I don't think so. We're full of fire. Literally.
I don't want to burn things like that. She like kind of winces at the memories of all the fire in these past days, the destruction. And then she looks up, not at you, but past you. And she just stands there kind of frozen for a few seconds.
If I follow her gaze, is she looking at something?
And you turn around and you see like a light reflecting off of something. Like, like a sort of metal or something, and it's like a bright light just down this alley. Not right at the edge of it, but past, still within view. And you hear the sound of metal hitting the floor right behind you. And you turn your head, and the shield given to her by Olim is on the floor. And in that moment of like turning her head back and forth, she takes off and runs towards that light. I'll say she runs past Pekinu, or she is about to run past Pekinu.
I'll just like kind of reach out, maybe, but I mean, yeah, I'll stop. That's not the direction we want to run in, is it? It's not where the tree is. No, yeah. So I'll stop her. But where are you going? What is happening? Are we leaving? I'll like turn, look at the nameless.
I'm gonna have to ask you to roll to interfere.
Okay.
She's not trying to stop.
Yeah, and I say nothing as I stand up, take the staff, and stand back up. And I look to see what she will do. Actions speak louder than words.
I think I'll just sadly pick up the shield and don it on my back and kind of turn and keep watch for any guards.
That's a 5.
On a 5, you get experience. For
Hell
sure.
yeah. Bye, baby.
And I think, like, are you reaching out to stop her, or are you stepping in front of her to block her path?
No, I think like just as she's passing, he just sort of instinctively puts his arm out, but he's not like trying to like tackle her or grab her.
Yeah. Put your arm out, and not like she doesn't dodge past it. She pushes your hand out of the way, not to do damage to you. It doesn't knock you down, but it's a very clear rejection of you. And her other arm kind of goes up to her eyes as you see like little water droplets fall past her feet as she keeps running.
I'm gonna send Chumba up to just follow her quietly. I'll be like, "Don't get noticed, Chumba. Follow her, please." I know you're full, goddammit. Just grow big.
Still like blood, but like I guess a little bit less. Like there's more body that fills up the spots, and so some of the blood, like those patches of fur, get closer together as it makes room for more body. Lumber is kind of like flying a little and then dropping back down. He still has like a protruded belly. Still did eat like 2 or 3 people.
Quietly. He has the camouflage feet too, so. And scout
turns in space, and his fur like changes color to match the surrounding area. Still little splotches of blood that can't be camouflaged, but not enough to give him away.
Beautiful. You're gorgeous. You're gorgeous. Now follow her quietly. She needs time.
He kind of goes out of vision with his camouflage. You stand and you watch BB run, and you see that the light was given off by a person in some bright, shining armor, but with their body shining as well, with that same golden ray of light. And the light subsides, and it's a figure. It's a woman. You only see the obvious features. She's tall and she has a lot of long hair. And you see her kneel down and have a moment with BB and Jumbo Wombat silently watching. And you don't hear any other commotion or footsteps at the moment. But you don't feel like you're out of danger yet, but there's just no signs of danger.
Maybe we should get a groove on, guys. Chumba's watching BB.
We should call him back. He no longer travels with us.
No, I don't think it's right to just let BB leave like that. You promised her
agree.
dad you'd keep an eye on her.
Basilar's right. She's not with us. We got to take her back home.
Looks like she doesn't want to be with us.
Yeah, but you can't just leave her in a city she doesn't know and, like, I don't know. I feel like that's... We took the charge, like, responsibility, and then we kind of just abandoned it at the first sign of trouble.
I mean, we were not the ones who abandoned it again. If she chooses not to travel with us for what we've done, that is her choice. If you wish to watch her, I will not stop you, but we cannot stay here.
No, we cannot.
I'm sticking by BB. At least until I know she's safe.
All right,
Let's see if I can bring her back to both of
split.
us.
We can disperse, attract less attention.
Where do we meet?
At the tree?
Meet back at the tree. I'll go there now.
Okay.
All right.
Yeah, and I'll think, and I'll look at myself and be like, I don't think I blend in a crowd very much. And I guess I'll look for somewhere quiet, high up, near BB, to kind of hide out. I can keep watch out of view of people.
Do you wait to see what everyone else is doing, or are you taking the decision now to...
Yeah, I'll take my decision. Yeah.
All right. So down the alley that you're in, there's some steps and staircases. There's a few like protrusions out of buildings. You think you could potentially like parkour your way up to a nearby roof. And there's like a spot where the walls are close enough together too. Maybe you could like shimmy yourself up. It would require a roll for sure.
Yeah, give it
Or
to
you could look
me.
for an easier route somewhere else.
No, that's perfect. I'll flap my little bird wings, get my talons in there, like quick. You know?
Can I aid him by like boosting him?
Yeah, for sure.
Oh yeah. Dex, eh?
Yeah, we'll say that is a defy danger, acting with speed and finesse.
Crudiful. Oh, that's 11 plus 2. 13. Woo! Baby.
Hell yeah. So not only do you shimmy your way up, you're like, do your wings work when you use them?
Not really. I just kind of have like feathered arms. I
Okay.
have hands. So
Yeah, true.
yeah,
So,
maybe
you
a
like
little bit to flap them.
gives you a little boost to get from one like balcony to the other one, and from there's a little winding staircase that goes up. You like jump out to catch onto the lip of the roof, and then use your momentum to hit your feet back and flip
Yeah,
back up
freaking
onto
bird
the
claw,
roof.
talons.
And from up there, from this
Thanks,
vantage
Bazalar.
point, um, not only do you see BB and the woman that she's with, but you see more of these people in white robes and 3 other golden clad armored guards doing a sweep, like a pretty thorough sweep of the area. They're not all triangulating towards you or anything, but there does seem to be one that is coming in the direction of where you guys had turned down.
How close together are the roofs? Like, if we get up onto the rooftop, like, how would we be able to like walk between the roofs, or is it like we'd be stuck on this roof?
You could like in the same block you could get around, but then like you would have to kind of jump to get across like the kind of streets and the alleys and stuff.
Right, but like, is it a feasible jump? Like,
For Pequenu, it would be a pretty good feat of athleticism, but not like impossible. But probably for the rest of you, an improbable attempt without any sort of magical means.
okay, so I can't do that. The other side of like, is there a way to like leave the alley on the other way?
Yeah. It's not
And
close.
is there, if I could peek around the corner, is there guards as well, or no?
You peek around like the opposite direction, you don't see any guards. You just see people going about their business.
So like, okay, so like from this street, there's guards with like the lady and BB,
Mhm.
and like I cross the alley and like this way, there's nobody.
Exactly.
Okay, I'm gonna try and like go around.
Okay. Go to still see where BB is, but from where there are no guards.
Yeah,
Okay.
like nonchalantly walking around.
Yeah.
Do I actually have blood on my clothes? Because I didn't really participate much in the fight itself. I was
I don't
further
think
back.
you did. You wouldn't have gotten
Okay.
splashed by anything.
Yeah, I don't know that I have much on
I
my.
don't think you would have either.
Yeah, I didn't
But
get hurt.
You're all in black anyways. So. It would
I
really
think
just
he
be
was outside as
you.
well for a bit.
Yeah, you went
Or-
outside for a little bit to bring
Yeah.
BB out.
Okay.
No roll for Basilar. Use your smarts. You blend in with the crowd. You know how to kind of like move to not arouse suspicion. Blending in as you walk past groups, matching their speed, and then hooking on to another group. But it doesn't seem you don't have to like commit yourself too much to that, as there doesn't seem to be any danger on these streets. And we'll say you can get to like it looks like kind of like a cafe. Like there's like little seats outside and little tables, and there's like an awning providing some shade. I think you could maybe just slink in there, still see them, not be within earshot, but at least keep an eye on her. How does that sound?
How close would I have to be within earshot? Like, is there a feasible way to be there and like listen in a little bit?
If you continue down this street into the edge of like the next block, you would be maybe close enough to hear. You don't see anything on like that side of the street that would block your vision. Maybe if you turned, there would be some options, but from here you don't know.
Okay. And while I've been like wandering around the city, have there been like people who kind of like just chill by sides of buildings, or would that be like something that would be making me stick out like a sore thumb?
Bands of miscreants.
No, people are seem to be at least in pairs, if not in groups larger than 2. So you're kind of like using that to your advantage to get around.
Yeah.
But yeah, being like standing alone, like right now, you kind of might look like you're waiting for someone if you're near seats and stuff. But standing on the corner, it's not like the most insane thing.
Yeah, but it's okay.
Yeah.
No, I don't need to listen to them exactly, but like I want to keep an eye so like if they start moving, I'll follow.
Perfect. You're a little closer. You see some more of these features. You think it could potentially be a mana. You're not 1,000% sure, but it's possible that it could be
Okay.
her.
If their entourage like thins, I'll try and get a bit closer. Like if they're surrounded by like the 6 other white road people and 3 guards, I'm
Mhm.
gonna like keep a little bit of a distance.
And finally, Pequenu, you're kind of left here for a moment. You could have followed Basilarv if you wish. You could have even tried to parkour, but you'd be going after them.
No. I mean, I'll follow Nameless if anything.
Okay.
So yeah.
You and Nameless walk towards the direction where you know the tree to be. Izana brought you to the perfect place, and so you find yourself one of those situations where like you were guided to point B, and now you have to find your way back to point A without the guide. It's not impossible, but it's not as easy. So you take a couple wrong turns, maybe here and there. You know, Nameless one like pulls on your fur, like, oh no, we're going the wrong way. Brings you back. And then I'll say with like combined kind of fighting experience and you both were looking out for stuff. One of you stops the other just before you see 2 white robes and 1 guard about to cross where you were going to walk.
Oh no.
And like they're close enough where if one of them like goes like that, just happens to turn their head.
Okay, shoot. Are we like? Sorry, are we turning into them? Like it's like, oh, we're crossing paths, or I'm just having a hard time visualizing.
Like if you're going this way, they're going this way, and you stopped
Okay,
before
yeah.
you would meet.
All right.
So they're like passing you, and if they turn to look,
Oh
they're
god.
gonna be
There's
right
some
there.
like big, like human-sized pots we can hide in or something.
We're just like, yeah, press against the building, kind of lounge.
Yeah,
Bring
I'll
this
like put my face
down
towards the wall.
beside me.
I got my face like towards the wall so that the bloody part is hidden.
Just face like you're in a timeout.
Yeah.
Okay. One of you will be responsible for this role. So choose who it's going to be.
What kind of role is it?
Yeah.
And it's going to be, let's see. I would allow it to be wisdom.
Oh.
Dexterity or charisma. But it depends on your approach.
How's your dexterity picking you?
It's,
Hey.
I got a +2.
Well, that's pretty good.
Not too bad. What's your wisdom? Do you have wisdom?
My wisdom is great, but he said charisma.
Oh. Oh.
No, wisdom, charisma, or dex. 3 options.
Wisdom, charisma, or it's also a +2 for my wisdom. So.
Okay.
And obviously, explain to me how you use, depending on what it is.
I'm
I
just
would like-
like still. I don't know.
I'll use wisdom. So what I would like to do is kind of just pull Pequenu in and kind of just huddle a little bit. But what I want to do is like take the staff and kind of just essentially like angle it a little bit so that the flame is hidden by Pequenu. So we're just less perceptible. And I would roll. This is a straight wisdom roll.
What time of day is it at this point?
First one's a 1.
It's early evening, late afternoon.
Next one's a 2.
Oh,
So that's a 5
Some
total.
more experience.
EXP, EXP,
boy.
EXP.
Oh boy.
Mark experience.
Yeah, he's so happy with
Yeah,
himself.
he's-
Look at him.
So,
Guys,
so
roll up.
after we do this, and then I think I like look up to see the guards, like what's happening.
Staring at it.
Yeah, you're getting away with it. You put it down. You're like huddled, and then you move to look, and that like bit of movement of the head peeking out catches the eye of the guard. And it's kind of like a weird like he doesn't know necessarily that he's looking for you, but like kind of takes in the scene of Pequeno face against the wall. You're just skulking with the and the two white robed individuals like take a few steps forward.
Wait.
Stops.
As soon as so they keep taking 2 steps forward, right?
Mhm.
Can I cast a spell to try and do something so that they don't notice? Essentially,
Yes, it will be at a disadvantage.
yeah.
If you-
Okay, this is the last ditch effort.
Yeah.
I would like to cast Moth to the Flame and attempt to charm him. Essentially,
Ooh. Charm him?
yeah.
Okay.
It would be on a 10 plus. Their will is suppressed. They'll follow me and do as I desire, as long as nothing startles or surprises them. And then basically, I would just point for him to go. It's a Jedi mind trick. It's not the pair you're looking for. 7 to 9, the effect is only strong enough to distract or confuse them. And on a miss, they become agitated and upset at your fire having sparked their hidden desires. Yeah.
Incredible. Okay, go ahead.
Right. So we're gonna.
Maybe change dice.
Are you kidding me? I rolled a 1 again.
Yeah. No, you cursed him.
Roll a 6. There you go.
Are you babysitting the box?
That's a 9.
Oh, nice.
Okay.
That's
That's
a
a
9.
9. Okay.
But
7's
it's
a
not.
9.
It's not good enough. So I'm going to use burns twice as bright. And I think like behind Pequenu, the eyes of the staff like flashed for a second as I burned some magic and make that a critical success, or a 10 plus, anyways.
Okay. So what happens to you? Like I know like the eyes on the skull kind of do something, but what are you doing to him?
I think the way that I've been picturing Moth to the Flame is that he like looks and locks eyes with me, and the way that it looks for me looking at him would be the way that it looks like when Combustion Man from Avatar would do like a flame attack, where it's like that line of like invisible heat wave like makes its way from me to him, but in his eyes it's like he's like falls into my pupils or something, like he just and gets burned up. So his will is like non-existent for that moment, and it becomes my own. And I just like move fast.
Now, you did have disadvantage. Did you re-roll?
Oh no,
the
I didn't.
six? You can still use to burn twice as bright, obviously.
You're right.
But
You're
it
right.
will depend.
That's a 4. So it'd still be a 7, which
Okay.
could still be a
Perfect.
10 plus.
There we go.
Oh my god.
The skull, and he kind of just like looks at you, and then you like he's like waiting, kind of like to do whatever you desire. Like his kind of mind is in that vein, and you just do that. Do you tell him to like keep going in the direction, or to turn around and go back where he came from?
I like run.
Okay. Uh, he like he's like running. You didn't give him like what he's running for, but he knows like he has to run. So he's like, hey, just starts taking off. The other two like look at you, and then they smile. You weren't here. These were people who saw you, who heard what you guys were talking about, but who decided to leave instead of confront you. So they don't like, there's no kind of fooling them.
Oh,
And
they were
give you,
in
like, a
the
knowing, like, yeah, like it was full of people, and then half the people
okay.
left. Half the people still stayed around, and they called for help. But they just like they give you a knowing smile, and then they run off after the guard. So like you recognize the faces of like people that you would have passed to get to the table in the back, and they take off.
Interesting. Right, Bikini, let's go.
Okay, all right. What just happened? Just follow you.
I sent him on an errand.
Oh, excellent.
And you make your way towards the tree. Yeah. Now the rest of you, unless there's more.
I was gonna just say, guys, we forgot to check out the well.
We were heading back to Bothos, technically, to bring back BB.
Just if we do go back, help me. I don't remember.
So the other two members, one from above, one from a street down. You see a small conversation happen between the two. The woman is bent over to speak, kind of eye to eye to BB. She kind of like lifts her chin up to meet eyes with her. It's a long conversation with not many words. You see there's a lot of patience from the woman, giving her the time to process and to speak, use her words when they come. And then she not grabs her hand forcefully, but takes her hand, stands up, and they begin to walk together, hand in hand, back to where the guards came from, which was a bit ways off. Like if Izana had turned right, they were coming from straight ahead from the door that you left out of the building from. So they kind of are turning around, completely opposite direction from where you guys were or are, and holding hands still. You see BB's other hand is like wiping at her face, and they are walking away together.
Ooh,
Does it take a sip of water?
thank you. It's so hot today. Jeez. I'll follow from the rooftops if I can, like Baslar was saying, seeing if there's enough space.
Yeah, so you run, and like there's like a little bit of a hop from like buildings that are maybe like this close together, and then you get to like the edge of the building, and you have to stop. You see that it's like a pretty insane jump for you to think that you can make without any magical assistance, and without getting to that rooftop. They're going to eventually just disappear from view.
Yeah, I guess I'll if I feel like if Chumba helps, we'll get noticed.
Hang gliding with Chumba, just jump onto it, like grab his legs and just
No one will notice at all.
glide across.
I think I'll tell Chumba to stay on them, and I'll scale down, and then cross, and then follow, I guess, through like the back alleys and stuff. Chumba's
Whenever you
direction.
say actual words that start with KR, I'm confused. Like, cross. What does that mean?
I'll cross. Who's it?
You see Basilar from your point of view as well, so it's very easy to meet back up with him.
I would have continued going like in the main streets. Kind of, I want to try and get a closer look at this woman now that you put the idea that she might be Amana in my head.
I will give you the opportunity to discern realities, but by doing so, you open yourself up to potentially failing. Or you can leave it as is and turn around. No rolls, no fails.
I'm gonna try and get a little bit closer.
The curse of the one.
Let me see. Take this one and this one. Discern realities is
Wiz, I think.
wisdom. Okay. Not bad.
Wiz is.
Okay, 10.
Hey,
Very nice.
nothing getting past this boy.
So unlike the other groups, how do you move through the crowds and through the streets to avoid detection and to gain information?
I think Basilar, throughout his time in the Ashland, has become a lot more comfortable around people. And even though they're new people, his especially the new kind of confidence that he's gained through his title has kind of let him feel more at ease in crowds.
Mm-hmm.
So he can use that just comfort to kind of walk around and kind of smile at people and just look like he belongs a lot better than he would have otherwise. And so even if people might not recognize Basilar, just his kind of more friendly demeanor and outward appearance seems to kind of let him pass through crowds as if he is one of them, or that's the attempt anyways.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So as I weave my way through the crowds to try and just get a peek.
Wonderful. You walk through. You're getting a good sense of the people that are here. You're listening in on conversations, little bits of them as they're happening around you. And so you're able to gain even more information than you would have otherwise. So let's go for the first question, which you were trying to see if it's Amana. So I would phrase that as... who's really in control here?
What should I be on the lookout for?
Just because they're so specific and you have 3 of them, I want to make sure that you don't use ones that you're going to want to ask.
Okay. What happened here recently? Is this woman Amana?
Yeah. Okay. You see, BB stops walking, and she turns back to the direction where she left. You guys, you don't think that she can actually see the alley from where she is, but just looking off in that general direction. Amana looks as well, and you're blended into the crowd. You're acting like you're one of the people, so they don't turn their attention to you at all. You're in their peripheral, but might as well not be there as far as they're concerned. And you do see the side profile and those golden eyes and that strong jaw and muscular shoulders that you know to belong to Amana. But there's a look on her face that is hard to crack at first, because when BB turns her head, her like brow furrows and she looks where BB's looking with like anger. And then once BB starts to turn her head, the face softens and it's sad, and looks at her with like a bit of understanding. You think all the emotions are genuine, but she's feeling a mix of them at the moment.
Okay. Would it be possible using because it's like voice magic that I
Mhm.
have in a sense. I want to kind of try and like send like a message spell to BB in essence, just to kind of say, um, if you're all right and we're gonna be heading to your father and don't need any help, like you're good. Like I was trying to think like what she should do to do that. Um, I'm gonna say carry forward and pull on the woman's hand,
Okay.
like just something like that to try and just get an idea of like is she okay? Like is this like her final choice and go from there. Is that something that's possible with my magic?
I want to say yes. I just want to make sure it's allowed. Even if it's not allowed, I'll probably allow it, because this is what I imagine bards here being able to do. Like you had seen with the old woman, how she was like singing or reading a lullaby, but the words weren't important. It was like
The
her trying to
meaning and
put them to
everything.
sleep.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was what they caught on to. I think this would be covered by the new voice. Let's see. Yes, I will. I will take this as communicate with something you do not share a language with.
Okay.
Just as like you're not using your words. You're using this Verde language to convey something to her in a language that she does not speak.
Okay.
So that would be a plus charisma.
It's a 13.
Hell yeah! I see you stroking the beard. Oh, now I don't hear Peter. Oh, there you go.
Hello.
Oh, okay. I think I'm coming through on
Let me
Twitch.
unmute.
Sorry about that,
Say so.
folks.
You're coming.
Okay. Yeah.
Hmm.
Possible.
That's true. Okay, let's. Shidima's in part of the scene, so that is just fine. So Basilar, you were saying we were saying the crowd is a little bustling. He's trying to communicate to BP to show if this is like her way of just if she's done with the group, show him a sign. Rolled very well, and now he is explaining how he communicates this. Yeah. Okay. You grab onto like a young beautiful, also kind of pale skin.
Hold on. Simon's not showing up on stream.
Oh.
Yeah, I might have to refresh video. Sorry about that. I thought it was just on OBS, but then I opened it up and he's missing.
Chrising? He's Chrising?
He's
Chrising.
Chrising.
All right. Aye, and he's back.
Hey.
Sorry about that. You're gonna have to start from the beginning.
So, I think I'm gonna go towards like a group of individuals that might be like a bit more rambunctious than the rest of the crowd, like a bit more like animated. You get up to them and like kind of start my not quite like saying actual words, but like that Verde like magic of just intention rather than words, and grab one of them, potentially one named Charmy, and dance a little bit.
Oh,
Thank you for the sub.
Yeah.
oh, good. Thank you. There's so much pressure.
You grab onto Charmy, you begin dancing together. You're like leading a dance that you've like never done before, but you've got the moves, you've got the rhythm, you're making the music in your mind, and maybe like you spin her and you use that momentum to kind of like just turn your gaze towards BB. Now, what was the like the condition that you were giving her?
Like if she like this is what she wants, and like she was like wanting to like go with this woman and either go back. She's like going back to her dad, and like this is her choice to like go forward and kind of pull the woman's hand with her.
Okay. Since you're not using words, I want to know kind
But
of
it's
like
not like carry on, like go forward.
is the alternative that you're kind of like giving like she doesn't want to be here, she regrets.
Yeah,
the
is it or
decision?
like is it like now that she's like had a bit of time, like is she having second thoughts? Does she want to stay behind?
So she stops again and she
I
looks
think I
back.
will give like let her like get a glimpse of me as I like
Okay.
look towards her.
So she looks back to where she had looked before, and now it's the second time this is happening. So Amana like doesn't kind of fall for it. She kind of just like looks at BB, waiting for her to keep moving, and so she doesn't notice that BB shifts her gaze a little bit more and looks at you, and you get back a look that is almost like devoid of emotion. Like she sees you and she's looking at you. It's not anger. She's not happy. She's not sad. It's just like looking at you, and that's it. And then Amana like reaches out to get her to come along, and she grabs onto the hand and still like looks at you with that resting bitch face that Charmy relates to so well, and turns her gaze, answering your question, but leaving a little bit of doubt as she just kind of, like I said, she's going through the motions, grabs onto the hand, and keeps walking.
Okay. So I thank the wonderful Charmy for the dance. I bow and I walk back towards. I'm not sure if I've seen Olam anywhere, but I'll walk back towards like where the tree would have been, where like I think it is, anyways, in my mental map of the city.
She She calls out, "Hold on now, handsome. That's it. Just one dance.
Oh,
Sweep me off my feet and leave me in the breeze."
Well, you see, my motto is leave always wanting more.
Oh, what a charmer. Okay then.
Until we meet again. And I bow and walk away.
She like looks you up and down and watches those cakes as you walk
oh,
away from her.
fresh buns.
Because Charmy always loves fresh buns.
That ham.
That jam.
Oh, cruel.
Buns and scones. And you walk back towards Olam. We will shift back to the other two, arriving at the meeting spot. Back in amongst the crowds, the running children, the people selling wares along the streets, others laying in the grass nearby the tree, seemingly escaped danger, the both of you. Is there anything you want to do as you wait?
Anywhere I can clean myself?
You remember a fountain
Oh,
in the direction, like kind of closer to where more people gather, where you had seen like the vegetarian stand and the different businesses.
yeah. Ideally, someplace with less people.
Doesn't seem to be a source of water around here.
Oh, good old fashioned way. Just cleaning this.
You do that. Can I want to make like a visor or something that I can pull over the skull's eyes, like kind of like a lantern shade, essentially.
Interesting. Out of like glass?
Yeah, the like dirty, sandy glass that I've been using.
Yeah.
I'm also going to make the staff because it was like a foot taller than me. I'm going to like cut off a foot at the bottom and essentially make it more normal size and just be like, that was impractical in the city.
Absolutely. You could even use the tree as sort of cover from the busier parts of the street. One of you licking yourselves, the other one using your flames. You know, like the glass begins to like melt kind of in between the two. You could pull it apart and clean up the edges. You use that glass that you're taking off and like melt that down and use that around the skull and burn it to your desire, so it's as dark or as untainted as you wish. It takes a little bit of time, but time is what you have. And on your way back to the tree, the rest of you, Basilar, you did have 3 questions because you rolled a 10 plus. So if there's anything, you know, you're new to this city, you're still taking in the sights and the sounds and stuff.
Well,
So
I also still wanted to go towards BB, like even if Basilar was heading back. I want to give her the shield before we go. Even if she's leaving, that was a gift for her, and it's meant to protect her. So I think that'd be important to Oldham.
yeah, so you'll like you'll cross paths with Basilar on your way. So Basilar, you see Olam, and he looks like he's still looking at where BB is, trying to get to her.
Be like, why you coming this way, friend Basilar? We're in a rush.
I think we disappointed her.
Crow.
We showed her that we weren't the people that she thought we were.
Feel like that might happen a lot. But whether she's leaving or not, the shield's meant to protect her. That's part of the promise. I gotta give it back.
Might be a little difficult, but that is a mana with her. So She would recognize us, but she might not recognize Chumba.
Hmm.
I don't know if you want to give it to her in person or just drop it off for her.
I guess I'll have to drop it off. Do you have any pen and paper?
Was there pen and paper by the body we found on the roadside? I feel like there was like some scrolls.
Yeah. Okay, yeah, sure. I don't mind. There's a writing utensil with the scrolls.
I have this. They're not like the nicest papers, but
I'll do.
I have like a little piece of charcoal that like. Just...
I take it. I flip it over, and I write. I'm sorry we weren't the people you thought we were. We're still figuring that out ourselves. This shield was a gift. Use it to keep yourself safe. And the promise stands. Olim Iterum will always be your guide. I'll be like, ah! Where'd that last name come from? I like dictate it all out loud. Huh. A promise is a promise. And I tuck it in the shield, and I find an alley and called Chumba back to drop it off for her.
Wonderful.
Mm,
And
Just-
like in your mind, you sure?
Yeah, Chumba. She's has to make her own decisions like we do. We did kill and eat a bunch of people in front of her. That's probably on us.
I was hungry.
Yeah, I don't know. That's what I thought. Anyway, drop off the shield, don't get seen, and meet us back at the tree.
Okay.
I like pat him. You're good, Mantis Wombat. And meet back up with Basilar and head back.
Kind of like holding it in his mouth, kind of like scraping along the ground, and then he flips it up onto his back and begins to flutter towards her. You guys take some time. Like I said, Basilar, you have a couple questions that you can answer if you want,
Okay.
only if you wish.
Can I get a feel for the city itself? Like, are they preparing for anything in particular? Is there something happening in the city? So, like, what is about to happen?
Yeah.
Kind of idea. Like, is there?
You notice in this part of the city, in between two of these places of power that your character is not fully aware of yet, this just seems to be a run-of-the-mill afternoon. But there's a different vibe here than there was in the last city that you were in both those. Everybody is pretty unbothered by anything. There's a lack of animal life here. It's mainly people. But what you notice is that there are more kinds of people here. Not only different skin tones, but different builds, different features to their face. Some taking on animalistic traits, not in the exact same way as your party, but aspects of their body, like their torsos or their eyes, or the way that their like skull is even made up. These people don't all seem to be from the same society, but the vibe here is just like it's good. It's chill. there just doesn't seem to be a looming presence of any kind like there was in both those of like the chief and his underlings. Just people, and they seem to be living unbothered. No one is. You don't see any crime. Perhaps the only crime that you witnessed is the one that you were
We
taking
committed.
part in. But yeah, it seems like you almost get a sense of like this would be a good place to just settle down. Like if you were not Izana, if you were Izindo, Bibi's father, like you maybe even question why he's not here. This would be a place for someone to just chill and live out their existence kind of unbothered. Yeah.
Okay.
Need for naught.
Then I want to ask. Because like there's a chill vibe, but like what here is not what it appears to be. Like, is there anything underlying? Like, is there something that's just everything looks cool, everything looks
Mhm.
good, but there's something just like off about the place too? Is there anything like weird that I might pick up on as like I'm walking through
Yeah.
the city and everything?
You take in, everything and the underlying things that perhaps aren't seen. And then like something comes over you and it maybe like stops you in your tracks as you might have been listening to like the piano of a song and now you're kind of like taking in the whole ensemble and you realize that like you were in the middle of a performance and you are in the middle of a performance. The sounds of the city, it's all kind of like adding up. Everything is rhythmic and everything works together in a way that is almost unnatural, but not to you. You feel the influence of the Verde here, more powerful and more in numbers than yourselves. It's like you're like I said, like you just like walk into like an orchestra, and you realize that you've been almost entranced by it the whole time. And something in you calls you away from where BB's going. It's like towards where you're going, but further. There's like a voice calling to you as you open your ears to the city.
Okay. I think, yeah, he's definitely gonna start going towards that then. Like, because he has been like kind of tapping into this aspect of himself, and
Mhm.
so I think he also tends like leans into it a bit too much at times, and like might just, like let it lead him.
Let's see. You're here. You guys are here. You guys are here. And so you know that like you can go towards the tree and then continue on further to get to where this. Now that like you've heard it, you can hear it again.
Okay. So yeah, I guess if it's like on the way to the tree, I'll continue on towards the tree, knowing that like we're supposed to meet up, and I don't want to like just leave my friends hanging. Kind of head off in that direction, and kind of just, like also take the time to like talk to Olam.
Where are we going? It's not the right way. Oh,
Well, this is the way towards the tree.
you kind of blanked out for a second and started walking it a different way.
Don't you hear that though?
What? What?
The rhythm of the city. Like it's everything that's happening. Like you hear like the footfalls of the people, their voices, the cadence in which they talk, the shutting of doors, the rattlings of plates.
This
It's like it's
feels
trying to speak to me.
To me, this place feels familiar, but not right. There's no breath here, no air, no freshness. Where are the animals?
I don't know they would be in a city. Wouldn't they be more comfortable in like a forest?
Feel like the animals should be comfortable everywhere. Maybe that's
But
a different heartbeat from what you're talking about. Yours sounds cool.
but would animals be comfortable here? You think? I feel like there's nothing of their own here.
I think nature finds a way.
I suppose it does. Life's weird like that.
Isn't it? Look at us. This is apparently our second time around. Who
Are you
crows what
sure
we
of that?
know what we did?
Are you sure?
Oh, I'm pretty sure.
So like you have like memories of your past, like your first time, or are you sure it's your first time, like your second time? But what if it's your like third or fourth?
I'm not sure. It hurts. Sometimes it feels bright and hopeful and like the whole world's ahead of me. And sometimes it feels cold, dreary, empty, but driven.
Like, are there certain points that make like certain triggers that make you feel that way, or
I guess more the city. And speaking to those dead guys, that was weird. Felt not like myself.
that you like
Or more like myself. I don't know. I
that you
don't
like and
crow.
you like look around to see like if there's like a lot of people around us like listening into our conversation and then just like
He's
whisper
not
it to him.
paying attention at all.
Shot all of them. That you like you shot them all with an arrow.
Yeah. My body kind of took over.
Those were amazing shots, but like I wasn't expecting it.
Neither was I. Maybe that fire friend Pequeno's talking about is in all of us. We need to keep it in
Do you
check.
feel it? Because you were saying it was like a burning inside.
No,
And
that
I think
wasn't.
it came out also,
That wasn't
like
burning.
at the Coliseum a little bit.
It was cold, empty,
Like
devoid of
cold,
feeling. Really,
cold fire. Is there such a thing?
who knows? I believe anything now, but we should hurry. I feel like they're waiting.
Oh yeah, well I mean we're on our way.
And like look around. Do you think this will be the last time we're here?
I don't think so.
Hmm.
I think we need to come back. There's
BB.
something here that I need to see.
I think I need to find a master here as well. Till next time.
Yeah, let's go find the others since hopefully they weren't caught. You think that they'll get caught?
Not those two.
Well, yeah, but I mean like not caught or like not hurt other people in an attempt to not get caught.
I think we've all gotten our fill.
Okay.
Yeah.
Are they somewhere? Do you see them?
We'll use our peepers and make haste.
You make haste. You get towards the tree. For a second, you think they might have gotten caught. You don't see them standing next to it, not in front of it, not around it. But as you like move to get another vantage point, you see them behind the tree, Bikinu licking up the last of the blood on his fur. Still a little tinged red, but no longer that deep red splotches all over him. And the Nameless One, having finished his shorter, more covert staff. You guys clock eyes immediately.
Oh, there.
Friends.
So, did
Friends.
we did not come with you as expected?
No,
No. I think we. Well, I was telling Olam, I think we disappointed her. We weren't the people she thought we were.
I don't know that it was us. Perhaps the world is what disappointed her. It was dirtier, more cruel than she could have imagined. And the order that she aspired to, denounced by one of its very own members. It's a lot to take in.
Maybe, but she did leave with those same people.
She didn't look like she was willing to fully ignore what she had learned and seen.
No, but I'm sure Amana will tell her. Well, we'll help her.
And BB will make a choice. Perhaps she'll become an enemy.
I don't necessarily want to say they're enemies. Amana wasn't our enemy.
I would very much say that she is now. Had Amana come to you and said that you are under arrest, that you would be taken into custody, would you have gone willingly? You,
I
like the
would
rest of
want
us,
to know why.
They helped us once.
They
and
have
yet
no
the
reason to
guards,
take us into custody.
the guards at the city gate said that we were not to cause a disturbance in it. We have
This is
responsible for the deaths of many people in that establishment.
I guess time will Krell.
I'm still not really comfortable with what happened. I
Well,
don't think it was necessary.
Izana did seem a little off his game, and he was the one who literally killed a man with a chair before we had a chance to do anything.
They were closing in on us. I felt a little threatened.
I was starting to think that's just how they did things here.
I feel like we could have spoken a bit more.
I think that Nazu was threatening, and that those people were perhaps not worth killing.
They may have
But
disagreed, but that's no reason to kill them.
what's done is done. So now I think we should lay low. Let us go see the Black Locust. And perhaps there is no reason to stay away from them. Perhaps the hierarchy of power just doesn't want us finding out what's out there, like Izana said.
Do we tell Zondo that BB's with Amana?
Would not hurt to pass through both those.
I mean, we'd have to go through both those to get to the Black Locust, right? We need to get out of this ring at the very least.
You do remember seeing the tree that Olam almost died near, which is in between the two cities and close enough to the wilds where you could potentially bypass both those.
Do you think
Maybe
they'll
like a
be
quick-
looking for us
quick
in
peek
both
in.
those?
I don't think so. There weren't any real guards at both those other than their local brutes, I guess.
But there's new power. There's a power crack room.
A what?
A power vacuum, sorry.
A what?
You know, it's like space left over.
Well, yeah, but that's why the council's gonna help make decisions.
Are they after us too?
I
The
don't
council?
think so. Why would they know what happened here? It literally just happened like 30 minutes ago.
I don't know.
I haven't seen news pass that quickly in the Ashlands yet.
Then we may tell Izondo.
I think I should do it.
If you want to.
I promised him.
Right. In the meantime, perhaps Pequeno, Vaslar, and I can check out the interesting well.
Oh, he told me about that.
I seem to remember, yes, there was a man we left in such a hurry after Nazu ambushed us that we didn't have time to investigate that strange person who winked at me flirtatiously.
He told me when I wanted to build
Oh,
my
you want some time
fountain
alone?
that there's something down there that has a lot of power.
The power down there?
Crower. I don't know. I just said I needed a water source for my fountain. He said something in the well.
Let's
Maybe.
investigate before we head out of town to lay low.
I do think I need to come back here, though. There's something calling to me.
You gotta find your rhythm.
I mean, we must penetrate further into the Ashlands.
Okay. A little break from here. We'll come back. Come back to a combat.
Just for a little while.
Step through the tree.
I
So
follow.
they left, never to return.
Now, as you step through this network of trees, there's a pair of eyes out there trying to find you through the mass of people using this network. So I will roll, and we will see if you are so unlucky that I roll high enough to where it happens. Good chance that nothing happens.
Are you using those same dice?
Actually,
Wait a minute.
Oh no!
Like, let me grab the ones that are good.
I keep those in the ice box to keep them cool during the heat.
oh yeah, I should use the box. Here we go. Okay. That was a 3 and a 3 for a
Ooh.
6.
Okay. I thought it was
So,
on a 20.
Pass
Okay.
through. You pass through unseen and unbothered. Stepping through this like liminal space, seeing the options in front of you. Do you all choose the same direction? You're kind of like you're in here alone when you step in.
I feel like we said close to both us, so I'll go close to both us.
Yeah.
Both
Those tree.
You step out under the shade of this large tree, the same one whose shadow was able to transport you deeper into the Ashlands. But here, the power does not exist. And you walk in, ready to hear something or see something potentially, but you walk into both those as it usually is. Generally quiet. And you are kind of near the outskirts where people don't tend to hang around. So we will move maps back to both those.
Both those.
So you wanted to go talk to Zondo? We'll stick it like here, or should we go with him?
I won't be too long if you want to go check out the well.
Yeah, I mean, I think we could all use a little water break.
I'll be quick. And I take off to the shop.
Speaking of water breaks, let's take a quick little water break ourselves.
Let's do it.
Everyone get up, stretch your legs, fill up your glasses, and empty those bladders. And we'll see you back in 5 minutes. Ciao for now.
Ciao.
Ciao for now.
Half an hour. Hello? Are we live?
Everyone.
Hello? Everything good? What happened?
Hello.
Hello.
We lost the stream again.
Oh.
We're up. We're back. We're all here.
Are we back? Are we
Hello,
back?
hello.
Yep.
We'll
Beautiful.
see you in 5 minutes. Peace.
So as we return to Bothos, we'll follow Olam. We'll crawlo Crolum. Olam, you know these streets well enough now. You know the direction to run. You're fast on your feet, but you feel a little not heavier, but encumbered by something. The movement of your limbs feels like it's a little more restrained than it was before. And when you
Oh,
look
is it
down, you see more wraps have covered your body than before.
more wraps? Huh? The heck? I'll kind of like shrug. I guess try to ignore it.
Mhm.
As I like focus on getting to Izindo. What's the name again?
Izindo.
Rondo.
Izindo. Yeah.
So you run, you like, move your arms a little bit and just like shrug them off, and they fall back into place. It's just a little moment of realization. But you make your way, sorry, not to the chief's house, but to Yoka's fortress. And you notice that the flame is burning from inside the home, which would tell you that he might be working on something, or he might have left something burning and left the house, which wouldn't be wise. So you believe that he is
Working. Yeah, I'll like burst in. Be like, sir. Uh, uh,
Hold him.
one second. My side.
Where's BB?
I'll like drop down and like bow. My like knees head to the dirt. She.
His eyes like flames in front and behind his eyes, staring at you.
She didn't want to venture with us anymore, sir.
Why not?
Hmm.
Where is she?
We disappointed her. She's with Amana.
The flames die back down. I was right. I knew it was too much for her. She's far too young. She's safe with Amana. And he just like turns his back to go back to his work. What did you need, Olam?
Just to let you know that, sir. Like still face planted, beak in the dirt. I still intend to keep my promise. I mean, crap. Keep my promise. Keep my promise. Damn it. I still intend to keep my promise.
Olam, what? Sorry to ask this. What are you?
Just a bird who's bitten off more than he could chew. And a guide. And I let her know, even now, my name belongs to hers as her guide until I could fulfill that promise to get her where she needs to Cree.
You have a lot of high goals, a lot of aspirations for a little bird. Where's your nest, little bird?
Haven't found one yet. But something always rings at the back of my mind, telling me the road to glory is filled with hardships, but we press on.
And get up and bow again and walk out.
He goes back.
Then I run back in. I'll be like, hold on, can I have some more arrows, please?
What?
Arrows.
He holds just like a bundle of arrows in his hand. His big hands. Olim,
I lost the other ones.
I don't need to know. Just
Cranks. Mhm.
find your nest before you promise yourselves to guide others to theirs.
Do I need to?
You should.
Maybe I'm not that kind of bird. And I grab a bundle of arrows and run out. And I'll be like, find your nest, little bird. And go and find my friends.
He calls out, wait, what do I do with the guy you left in my home?
I skid to a stop.
What?
There's a man in my house with something in his mouth. And he's not rotting. Kumbo said you wanted to keep him to answer questions. He wasn't sure if he'd return.
Oh. Yeah, I'll just take them.
I feel like,
Do you got a rug?
Little bird. And he puts down what he's doing. And he'll go in the house and he'll give you a rug. And he'll just leave you there. Doesn't kind of help you out at all.
Yeah, I'll roll up the body in the rug and hoist it. We're like,
See you in a bit.
and head out.
Just he's stands outside of his shop. He just watches you. Just shakes his head. You walk through the city with a body in a rug.
A massive rug. They can't see what's in the rug.
Who said it was massive?
Oh.
An assumption.
Are the legs hanging out?
It's
Most of the
stop.
body, we
Push
hanging
them
out.
back in. And you have a moment to reconsider as you see that the hands come out. You pull it, the legs start to come out, the feet.
We're already too far.
Okay. You go through the city. Everybody who sees you stops and watches. And if they don't stop and watch, they turn and go the other way to not cross paths with you. They've seen what your group is capable of. They want nothing to do with this. They've seen enough violence for 1 month at least. And since it's only been a day, you definitely you stir up a little something in the people around you, but they don't react. They just step away or stand still and watch. And you make your way back to the group with a body in a rug and a dream.
Sounds like a Dr. Seuss book.
Snug as a bug in a rug.
So that went pretty well.
Do you have there?
Oh, it's that guy we're supposed to ask questions of. I put him in a rug so no one would know.
The last time you tried to reanimate a body, 12 more came to life. Let's not try that again.
But what if we have questions? I mean, questions.
Do you really have questions?
Yeah.
Could you possibly ask the corpse?
What if he knows more
Oh, what?
about it? Like this goes higher up. There's betrayal. Maybe there's more to that
What
betrayal.
goes higher up?
All of this. I don't
Wasn't
know.
this just one of Nazu's minions?
Yeah.
Maybe he knows something
We
was
killed what
missing.
was the highest up in this area.
But maybe he had orders. And maybe he knew. I don't know.
Knew what?
But we don't know.
Should have spoken to Nazu.
I mean, you have a skull.
Is that enough? Maybe
I
it's
don't know.
enough.
You're the one with that kind of magic, not me.
Do you want me to try it?
It's in his staff.
Friend nameless. I'm like looking at him. You see like the flicker of orange glow in my eyes as I'm looking at you. Do you want
Look
me
at
to
my
ask?
staff, and I'm like, don't ruin my staff. No, bad bird.
Ah, suit yourselves.
You must use that one. You've already left it here for so long.
And he hasn't
Yes.
rotted.
It's
Perhaps
been
I
a
could
day.
someplace.
Like, I don't know, guys. Like, I don't think it.
True. But it's so hot.
Is it actually?
I mean, you're in like a hot climate. You're not. It's not here. It's not fucking 36 degrees and humid, but it's hot
Probably
enough where
is.
if you left the body for a day, you'd smell. You'd smell something.
Okay, no, let's say, like, is it actually, like, abnormal, or is it, like,
It's just
something
like
like
regular
right, like,
Ashlands hot. That's it.
I'll put it in these bushes for now.
like, remember those bushes or something?
Just throw him down the well.
Forget about it.
Yeah.
So I guess, well,
Let's go see what's in the well.
we're leaving the body in the bushes.
You can animate him later if you so wish, or make him a permanent part of our party if you can.
No, let's just take him with us.
Only if he walks on his own. I don't want to be carrying him around.
Can't do that. Drop him back into the bush. Well.
Off to the well we go. This strange group of wonderful people travel together through around the city, likely not directly through it. On your way, I think you meet some eyes that, again, are a little fearful to meet yours directly. They don't cower or run away. They don't run up to you and greet you. You don't get any sort of warm welcome from these people. You are fully acknowledged by them, but it's a little uncomfortable. On your way, would you like to speak to anybody that you have left here, or would you just like to pass through and go towards the well?
We actually know anyone else here?
So you left Aditya Kumbo in an injured state in the kind of Colosseum. Obviously, the rest of you know Izindo, but one of you had gone to see him. There were a group of people who stepped up to take charge yesterday in the leave that Chief Nazu left behind. There's also the matter of the mansion that was set ablaze, if you want to pass by there and see what has come of that in the past few hours. or you can just straight up go.
It's been such a short amount of time. Well.
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 We travel
Well.
Go for it.
well. You approach this sectioned off area of the city. Not many homes are around here. Not too many people either. Just trees, bushes, small creatures kind of skitter about. And there's a wide open area with this beautifully constructed well, big enough easily to fit any of you inside. And there's that glow that emanates from it, that purple and blue glow that becomes stronger as you get closer. And when you approach and you look down inside, you only see light being reflected. You can't tell how far it goes down, although you did drop something in before, and you got kind of a sense of how deep it goes. But just from sight alone, you can't tell that the light is too strong here to give you a sense of how far down the drop is.
That crow's far.
All right,
Down.
continue. You got
Just
this.
jump in.
Down a well? Absolutely not.
Well, it's not that far.
Right. Can you can we swim? I've never tried to swim.
I don't think I could swim.
I can
Like-
swim. That's how I was born.
Well, no, but we came out of the water like spluttering and kind of like almost drowning, right?
The water was deep. I swam to the
Exactly.
surface.
So like, has anyone actually tried to like swim since then?
No.
I don't know if I can swim.
Well, we'll find out.
I'd rather not.
I get in the well.
It's wide enough from where you feel you could like reach out to either end of the well.
Yeah, I'll slide down.
So you want to try and slide down. Okay. That is not a typical maneuver for the nameless one to take, kind of trying to slow down a vertical drop. So I'm going to have to ask you to defy danger.
Ooh.
All right.
Olam, how many wraps do you have?
Huh? A lot.
Think you can like tie them end to end and like use it as a rope to get down?
Maybe.
Well, like, try to unwrap
Well,
some.
like see if it's like strong enough to like hold us first, I guess.
This is, what would you call it? Can I do strength here?
I'll let strength be the choice.
It's a mod 12 then.
Yeah.
Yes, sir. Not through technique, but through brute strength. You powerfully glide your way down, stopping yourself. It's not pretty. Sometimes it's like you stop and then you speed up again and you force yourself to slow down. And you get to the bottom.
On your
Burns
hands,
a little,
ugh.
but what's that?
I have
Bad
gloves.
Friction burn for sure.
Very good thing I have gloves.
And you land down on solid ground. And
Not
you
even
look
water.
up, and there's water clinging to the top of this like underground cavern, like following its own channels outwards, and even like going up into the well and like disappearing in the walls of the well, potentially in the within the ground itself. So there's like this channel of like almost like rivers on the ceiling, but the ground itself is completely walkable and dry.
Oh.
I call up. It seems like it's safe down here.
Can you
There's a way
swim?
forward?
Yeah, is there a lot of water? Can you swim?
Water on the ceiling.
We have to
What?
crim on the ceiling.
I suggest everyone slide down. It's not that difficult.
Very well.
I'll
Well-
take off some of the wraps from my arms
Yeah.
and see if I could hold them for the rest or something.
Lower a rope if you can, so we can get out later.
I'll just jump down.
Yeah, I don't know if there's anything like nearby that we can like
You see anything when you jump?
It just gets dark all of a sudden.
Oh,
Well, there's
you
still
hear
like
a
that. Like,
whistling of
Down we go.
Pequeno, you take 5 damage. But you
come
have armor, I believe.
on. Does that count?
Yes, it counts.
Give it to him.
When you land like on a foot and a knee.
directly onto my knee.
these superhero lands.
Basilor, what if we walk back to back?
Right, but getting up might be difficult. That's why I was thinking like at least the bandages, if we can tie it to like this like pole here and just thread it down.
Sure.
I'll take off some wraps and I'll like try and like weave some together to make it a little stronger and tie it.
You begin to take off your wraps, unraveling from your arms, your torso, and then Olam, they like, yeah, you're pulling at them and you're taking them off, but they're covering you even more. So it's like it's almost like you're pulling them and they're coming out of you and showing just how much you are covered. And suddenly you are not in the Ashlands.
What?
Where am I?
You find yourself in a maze of a forest. High trees, bright sun, colder air than you remember or that you know in the Ashlands. But maybe that's just because everything feels colder to you. Your senses are dull. Your body heat is almost non-existent. And your heartbeat, the lack of a heartbeat is like more, it could be heard more than the
Yeah,
heartbeat
like the
itself.
silence is deafening.
Yeah.
Ooh.
Basilor? Basilor!
And you're back.
Yeah.
Where were you? Where were you? Why'd you leave me?
I was
But
right
like
here.
like right up in his face.
Like, it was so cold.
You were a step away the whole time.
No. Crow. No. Hell.
Yeah, I mean, you stopped unwrapping the bandages for like a split second, but you were here.
No, I wasn't. No, I wasn't.
Well, where were you?
No, I wasn't. Somewhere cold, somewhere different, somewhere
Not good.
lifeless, devoid. I need to sit.
And I'll like sit against the well.
I'll be like, yeah, you go on. I need to sit.
What, are you sure?
I'll
It's
stay.
okay. I can sit here with you if you want.
No. They need you. I need some time.
And I'll just like sit like like panicking against the well.
Absolutely. What do you do, Basilar? He's like, his chest is heaving, his hyperventilating, but he tells you to go.
I'm gonna sit down next to him. Start kind of like humming this like the lullaby that the old woman in Kisasi did,
Okay.
just to try and like calm like golem spirits a little bit.
Are you weaving magic into this performance, or are you simply
I'm
performing?
gonna try. I'm gonna see if magicless it helps, and then if it doesn't, I'm gonna start like trickling in a little bit just to soothe him.
How do you respond, Olam, to the initial magicless but calming song?
I think the song does soothe him. Very like it'll like kind of take him back to what Basilar was talking about before, about like the rhythm of that city and like the footsteps and the hum and thinking back on that and kind of breathing in this more like natural landscape that we're in by the well. Will kind of like finally it catches breath. And,
Oh, thank you. Thank you. It's beautiful.
and I think it will kind of like take in the breeze and the wind blowing through the trees and the grass.
Your music has power, Bessler.
Well, as long as it's the power to help people.
Yeah. Yeah. Hmm. And yeah, I don't know what that was, but if I ever blank out like that, Q, bring me back with your music.
Yeah, of course.
Crank you. Crank you. I don't think I can use the raps to get us down.
Okay, back to back then.
Crack to crack. I mean, back to back.
He's not wrong.
I mean, I guess so technically.
A good old 96. No.
Back
Yeah.
to back, crack to
Crack to
crack.
crack.
Greg.
Tail feather to tail feather, baby.
One of you can use either strength, quick thinking, intelligence. I'll say just those two options for now, and the other person can help.
But I guess I'll lead.
Okay, I'll help you.
Yeah. Strength or intelligence?
Yes, sir.
I'd rather
Well-
not be the 6 going down though.
Yeah, I'll go
Head
intelligence.
first seems like a bad idea.
No. 96.
Yeah. Upside down. I got my claws.
Ooh, that is a dirty 10.
I don't even. Do you add anything for help?
Plus bond.
I don't really have any bonds, so it's just an 8.
Okay.
I think we just formed one.
But it's
Yes.
resolved bonds though.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
But a bond definitely was just created, which we'll get to shortly. You assist each other crack to crack, shimmying your way down. Olam, there's still this like unshakable feeling that you just experienced something that you've only like touched before in memories and in moments. And you land down here. It's like it's hard to describe because I've never experienced anything like this, but it's like an underground cave with crystals having formed into smaller stalactites and stalagmites, clinging to the ceiling and the ground. Of course, playing TTRPGs, there's got to be stalactites and stalagmites, but there's like these huge like crystal geometric shapes and formations as far as you can see, and they create somewhat of a dungeon, places where you have to go down to keep going forward, and other places where there's these huge obstructions and you have to squeeze your way through. It's like a maze of different shapes getting in your way, or in some places assisting you from going forward. And while you are here, you hear a low hum kind of bouncing off these crystal walls and formations. You're not alone down here, but it's a friendly hum. A hum from the voice of Thando, the Wellsman. And before you get to decide which way to go, or even how the hell to get back up eventually, I think we will end the session right there.
Hey,
Shit, down the well.
down the well
And
we go.
somewhere off in the Hex world, there is a shambling person, stopped for a moment and continuing on their journey. Okay.
Ooh. Ooh, that was juicy.
Ooh, yeah.
That was fucking juicy.
Olam
I
lore.
believe a bond was formed between Olam and Basilar. The next time he is pulled out of his body, or if he is seemingly out of it for no reason, it's up to Basilar to try and pull him right back.
Support system.
My soul.
Were there any other bonds formed or resolved in this session?
I got a question about a
Mhm.
bond, which is there was a bond of protection that I had with Olam to protect BB and escort her where she needed to go. And now it seemed where she needed to go was with Amana.
I feel like
that-
that's unresolved.
It
Like a
does
failed
feel
quest.
It also
Yeah,
feels like
like-
it
like-
won't be resolved.
I believe it is broken.
Yeah. I feel like that way too.
Can we just come out of the water, start fresh?
Let's kill
My
ourselves.
consciousness.
Let's,
Just end it all. Start over.
let's drink the Kool-Aid and emerge back from the lake.
Cheers.
Cheers to that.
Thanks, Sheriff Daddy.
Yes, a bond broken. We see the effect that a resolved bond can have on a character, push them towards the next level. So perhaps in the future we will find out what a broken bond can do.
Turned her against us. The future queen
guy.
hates us.
To be seen, to be seen. End of session move. We have addressed the bonds. Don't forget to mark experience that you have gotten, just in case. Maybe you you described it into your desk with the at each level. That's the wrong place. Did we learn something new and important about the world?
Yeah.
Did we?
What did we learn today?
There's this weird well that has this tunnel under your water on the ceiling. What else have
I'll
we
give
learned?
that
Be
to you.
learnt, maybe.
Because I ended the session early because it was a good place to go. You would have had like 20 more minutes to.
We'll get the experience next time.
Yeah. We're clearly gonna actually learn about it next
Okay.
time.
All right.
No, we're gonna learn other new stuff on top of that.
Hey, you got like 3 XP points this session.
We also learned about Olam's past a little bit.
I mean,
Mm.
Olam
I
learned that.
Part of the
He
world.
hasn't shared.
Sword.
We learned that Amano is in the city, and we learned. What else we learned? That's a lot. That's already a lot. That was the whole session. We learned that the people of Bothos don't like us anymore.
We're seeing the perception that we've given off has now turned into one of violent and potentially aggressive.
Wasn't it always like that?
I don't think it was. It started like that. No, it has become such though.
We're not getting this XP or what?
I don't
Peter
think
doesn't
so.
seem to want it.
I don't want it. I don't think we
I will not give
deserve
it.
I
Wow.
don't deserve shit.
Just deny us the XP, Peter. Thanks a lot.
Ex Peter. No
Next.
notable, no notable monster or enemy was overcome. No memorable treasure. But I guess perhaps the weight of our decisions is an experience enough.
Is that really a treasure though?
I treasure it.
Wait, what about our personal goals?
So yes, let us.
That's
go.
right. Why am I getting like?
Yep.
How dare you forget? You didn't even forget. I just didn't give you a chance. Okay, go ahead.
Peter gets no experience. Everybody else levels up. Pequeno, protect someone weaker.
No.
Brent, victim gets flamed.
Only mind flamed, unless that counts.
Basilar, perform your art to aid someone else.
I don't think I aided anyone with my art, really.
Kind of. You set BB
Did
free.
I help? Because I don't think I use any magic for Olim. I think I just
No.
it was just like a basic. Oh, I don't want to say basic song, but like magicless song. So I
If
think
it
that
was
the
an
point of it
NPC,
is
I
like,
might be willing to give it to you, but
yeah.
especially because it's shitty. Help an animal or a spirit, Olam.
No.
And Izana's not here. So that is everyone. Many questions remain, both of the individuals in the party and the world at large. There is no distinct route to be taken, but there are many paths that are revealing themselves for the group. We have a handful of sessions left, so I implore you to go back into the vaults if you have not already and catch up. So all the threads that will be unknotted in front of your eyes will make more sense. All of those episodes are up on our YouTube, as well as all the other stuff that we've been doing.
Yeah.
Speaking of that, we're up to something else this Thursday, which is
It's gonna be another
Aglarond.
session of Aglarond, yeah.
Come and watch the peeps. There was a mention of your character Brent last time. That's very interesting.
Oh shit.
So come back and see what other things shall be revealed in the walls of Aglarond, high and outside.
Oh.
Otherwise, go watch our TikToks. We're going to be uploading. I always say that, and then we take a little break from uploading. But we will this time, I promise. We'll be uploading more TikToks. Come by our Discord. Come chat with us. There's new D&D stuff being revealed this week. So we'll likely be getting into that a little bit. I will be talking at length about the Paladin whenever that comes out. So come on by. Otherwise, follow us on Twitter, Facebook. We'll be at your mom's house.
Oh. I just got some new Legos.
Ooh, Star Wars Legos.
Maybe. Depends what they
Come and
like.
Find out. And until then, until Thursday, we are the Hexagon. We are Hexagon, and you're trash. Okay.
Have a good night, guys.
Peace.